Om. 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 Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Guru Brahma, Guru Vishnu, Guru Devo Maheshwaraha, Guru Sakshat Parabrahma, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Sadashiva Samarambham, Shankaracharya Madhyamam, Asmadacharya Paryantam, Vande Guru Paramparam. Harihi Om. Shri Gurubhyo Namah. Harihi Om. My humble pranams to all Atma Jyotis, divine light of the self. I welcome all of you to this session of Bhagavad Gita Shankara Bhashya. I am a student, I am learning myself, and I am making notes. And through these sessions, I am sharing my notes with you so that I learn better. I am not a Pandita, I am not a Jnani, I am not a Guru. I am just a student who is sharing my knowledge with you. If there is any mistakes in these notes, mistakes are mine. If there is any mistakes in my understanding, mistakes are mine. I beg your pardon. Let me share my screen. So we have been studying chapter 2, shloka number 11. We have come up to a prolonged argument about why jnana karma samuchaya cannot happen. Either jnana has to be there, has to be followed, or karma has to be followed. Jnana karma cannot happen. Samuchaya cannot happen. So let us proceed. Chapter 2, Shloka 11. This is Bhagavad Gita Shloka. What you see on screen is Bhagavad Gita Shloka 11. Ashocyan anvashocastvam prajnavadanscha bhashase gatasun agatasunscha nanushocanti panditaha. Ashocyan anvashocastvam prajnavadanscha bhashase gatasun agatasunscha nanushocanti panditaha. Meaning, you are grieving for those who need not be grieved for. And on top of it, you are speaking like a wise man. A Pandita who is a wise man does not grieve for those who are alive or dead. So Arjuna has talked about why should I kill my relatives and all. So Krishna started his teaching. This is the first shloka where Krishna has started his teaching. The first shloka, Krishna has started teaching. And he is saying, O Arjuna, you are grieving for those who need not be grieved for. You are unnecessarily grieving. And on top of it, you are speaking like a wise man. A pandita, a wise man, doesn't grieve for those who are alive or dead. Okay. Proceeding further. Shankara Bhashya for chapter 2, shloka 11 at the end. O Arjuna, you are grieving for Bhishma and Drona. They are not to be grieved. Why? Because they have lived their life as per dharma. They have entire life, they had impeccable character. They followed dharma. So even if they are killed, they will get a better body and a better loka. They will get a better life after this. Also, that is one viewpoint. So even as a person, if you look at them, if their body falls, because they have lived as per dharma and they are fighting a battle as per kshatriya dharma, if they drop their body, if they are killed, they will reach higher lokas, better lokas. So you should not grieve. On the contrary, on the other point of view, if you look from absolute point of reality, both Bhishma and Drona are Atma Swarupa. They are eternal, they cannot be killed. Even from that viewpoint, you should not be grieving for Bhishma and Drona. On top of it, you are saying, because of me, they will die. Without them, what will I do with the pleasures of kingdom? Like this, you are lamenting. You are speaking like an ignorant man and like a wise man at the same time. You are speaking like a madman, like a confused madman. Continuation. Wise men who are Atmajna do not grieve for the dead or alive. Why? Because whether dead or alive, it's same for a wise people. Because Atma does not die, therefore they do not consider that somebody has died, or therefore they do not grieve. They don't have grief. Panda means wisdom about Atma, self. Those who have Panda are called Pandita. Those who have Panda means Atma Jnana. Those who have Atma Jnana can be only called as a Pandita. Not everyone can be called as Pandita. Shruti says Panditas are those who has complete wisdom. They are totally established in the wisdom, completely fulfilled. But Arjuna is like an ignorant man, Mudha, because Arjuna is grieving for those who are eternal in nature. The words of Arjuna denote that he does not have Atmajnana. Further explanation. O Arjuna, are you grieving for the personalities of Bhishma and Drona, for the bodies of Bhishma and Drona? They have lived their life following the dharma as per Shruti, Smruti and Dharma Shastras. Therefore, they'll get a higher loka if their body falls. Therefore, they are not to be grieved. Don't grieve that they have to be killed. On other point of view, Atma is eternal. From the absolute point of view, Bhishma and Drona are Atma Swarupa, consciousness. As Atma cannot be killed, there is no death for Bhishma and Drona. Atma does not undergo the Shadvikaras, the 6 Vikaras. What are they? Asti, Jayate, Vardate, Viparanyamate, Apakshayate, Vinashyate. Asti means born, Jayate, Asti means being, Jayate means being born from the womb, and then Vardate, growing up, Viparanyamate, maturing, Apakshayate, decay, and Vinashyate, destruction. So Atma doesn't undergo these Shadvikaras. Therefore, there cannot be any action about Atma like killing or being killed from the viewpoint of Atma. Therefore, O Arjuna, you should not grieve for them on this account also. Further explanation, you are grieving that this Bhishma, Drona will die because of you. What will I do with the pleasures of kingdom without them? You are grieving like that. That's like a fool. That's like an ignorant person. This grieving is due to your delusion, moha. Arjuna speaks like a prajnavanta, like a more like a learned person. He says, Arjuna in his speech, he says, after large scale destruction, the ancient, many people die, and the traditions like Shraddha will stop, and the Pitrulokas, the persons in the Pitruloka, they will not get Pindodaka and all. They will curse us. So this is like as if you are telling some knowledge. And if you see, there will be ignorant, a person will be ignorant, the ignorance of the person will be known, because they will be grieving like, how can these people live without my help? Without me, I am a very important person. Without me, how can these people live? And also, they will grieve for the dead like, alas, that person has left, he has died. So all these are ignorant people talking. A jnani, what will be a jnani will do? A jnani doesn't grieve. Why? A jnani, a pandita, doesn't grieve for the living persons or the dead persons. Why? Because he knows that Atma is eternal. There is no death for Atma, there is no birth for Atma. But you, Arjuna, have exhibited ignorance by grieving for the impending death of Bhishma and Drona. Arjuna is confused. Oh Arjuna, you are speaking the words of a wise man and the words of an ignorant man at the same time. You are mixing up. Therefore, you are an unmatta, madman or confused man. If you say that Panditya means intelligence and knowledge, and Panditya doesn't mean Atma Jnana, then also that argument is not correct. You are mistaken. Why? Because in Brihadaranyaka Upanishad, definition of Panditya is given. Pandityam nirvidya balyena tishtasir, meaning an Atma Jnani, a Pandita, is so full, complete, satisfied with the wisdom, just like an infant who drank milk from the mother and sleeps peacefully in the lap of the mother. Like that, like a bala, like a child, like an infant, a infant who has drank milk from mother and lie down on the lap of the mother, sleeps peacefully. A jnani, Atma Jnani, is also full of Atma Jnana. And in his Atma Jnana, he is so established, just like that infant. He rests peacefully, complete, satisfied, and full. Shruti says, Panditya means Atma Jnana. As per this quotation, Shruti equated Panditya with Atma Jnana. Therefore, a Pandita is one who has Atma Jnana. Who has Panda, who has Atma Jnana only can be considered as a Pandita. Arjuna is a Mudha, means ignorant man. He has exhibited through his words both the Panditya and ignorance at the same time. Therefore, Arjuna is a Mudha. This is the today's session. Contemplate on that. We conclude chapter 2, Shloka 11. We will move on to Shloka 12 in the next session. Any questions?
This is fine, Prasadji. Thank you.
Does that make sense? What is the message that is being conveyed for the Shloka 11?
A few things. One, that the Atma is something which cannot be killed, it's permanent. Although it might appear in our real world that we die, but then the Atma is permanent, and the people, the wise person who is having the jnana about the nature of Atma, who has got what's called as Panditya, or who has Panda, that person will, after knowing this reality, will not grieve about people living or dying, because he knows that they are permanent, or Atma is permanent. And Arjuna, in his current state at the beginning, Arjuna, of course, is very revered. He is an Atmajnani himself, but at that particular predicament state, that state has been referred to as being of that of a Muda, or someone who is not having, or who is going away from Panda, or he's completely confused, wherein he's speaking a mixture of wisdom as well as ignorance.
Right, correctly summarized. So, Krishna started his teaching with Atma Jnana. See, Arjuna has been asking, should I kill them? Should I not kill them? Should I fight? Krishna started his teaching saying that Atma is eternal. Krishna has not talked about battle or anything. He very clearly wanted to tell to Arjuna about Atma Jnana first, the highest knowledge first. Atma Jnana. That's where you may get a confusion. What are the questions that Arjuna has asked about battle and all, and what Krishna is teaching? Why Krishna is talking about Atma Jnana, Atma is eternal and all. But that is the message Krishna has chosen to give to Arjuna, that the highest knowledge of Sankhya Yoga, the Jnana Yoga, is first given in the second chapter. Krishna starts his teaching by Sankhya Yoga, by Jnana Yoga, and as subsequently he also talks about Karma Yoga and Karma Nishtha. Nowhere Krishna talks about Jnana Karma Samuchaya as per Shankaracharya. As per other acharyas, Jnana Karma Samuchaya is what is the message of Bhagavad Gita.
And in this, Lord Krishna is taking the liberty of being a guru by calling Arjuna Mutha and making him understand that he should not act like a Vijnani. He made a mistake by doing like that, and that was the cause of his sorrow, unwanted sorrow, thinking about a material body.
Right. This is Shankara's interpretation, Bhashyam. We'll continue from next week. Asatoma Satgamaya Tamasoma Jyotirgamaya Mrutyorma Amrutam Gamaya Om Shanti 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 Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namah Harihi Om Lokaha Samastaha Sukhino Bhavantu Lokaha Samastaha Sukhino Bhavantu Lokaha Samastaha Sukhino Bhavantu Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namah Harihi Om Hari Om Tat Sat Shri Krishna Arpanamastu. Thank you very much.